Welcome back to another video of the Target Video Program, Target Video Experience. Alright, let's be delivering. Anyhow, woke up this morning again to the New York President Department have me under surveillance, remote monitoring. Again, my alarm goes off. They started engaging in noise attacks. And then remote monitoring. Went to take a bath, came back into my bedroom. Again started to get that fixation feeling, staring at my blanket. Yeah, because again it's the color green. So immediately as that happened, they start again using the sirens. All right. This is what they're doing. Now look at her as she turns to her dog, and this is how they mask it. So she stops right here by the tree, looks down, right, again on the ground, and then looking at her watch as she walks off. All right, it's all on video. You guys can see. It's to show you again how they engage in the psyops, right? Psychological operations. Again, the villainization, right? And then, they make those in the community participate in targeting, not knowing that the victims have been set up using covert operation and covert psychological methods, right? Again, this is a controlling. I said this is a program in which is meant to control individuals, particularly black men, right? Particularly black men and women, because believe it or not, black women are the most targeted people ever, right? Believe it or not, black women are the most targeted people. And the reason why I say this, just look at the behavior. Look at the behavior. Look at how they think, right? They don't think in a logical and rational way. They think they believe because their emotions is what they go by, right? It's their emotions, and they're much more easy to manipulate because when they get around certain kind of people, they are very easily influenced. They're influenced by money. They're influenced by material things. Yeah, so they don't stop. Look. You hear? And you can hear. Okay? So again, because you know why? Because they always try to do this, try to keep me isolated, because it leads to self-isolation. Right? So the steps of a Coercive Persuasion Program or thought reform program, right? They always try to, in these programs, is to isolate the victims, right? And again, through covert psychological means or through other means, right? A coercive persuasion that leads to self-isolation. So when you've been labeled based off of a narrative that they created, right? Then, you can do about it. And again, you're dealing with the state. Right? So just like in the Bible, like I said, I'm David, they're Goliath. Okay? And Goliath took down the giant. All right? And every TI is a David. All right? And every female TI is a Queen Ameriset. Those of you who don't know who Queen Ameriset is, she was a Nubian queen that fought the Romans, defeated them many times until the Romans could no longer afford to lose any more soldiers, and so they came to a treaty with her that they would go no further into Nubia. Okay? So those who don't know history, go look it up. And again, this is what you got to do. When I talk about, with your belief system, you should be learning about the history, right? The Bible they talk about the Canaanites, the Hittites, you should be learning about those people, because once you, and again, this is why they don't want you to learn anything. They just want you to read the book and that's it, believe it. Because when you start to go into the history of those people, you understand, you know, where this God comes from. And again, this God is a German God, right? Because the word God is a German word. Africans never used the word God. Even people in ancient times, as in the Bible, never used the word God. Okay? They use El, Elohim, and other words, you know, Baal. Okay? All these different gods. But again, it's the same God now. They just, you know, whenever they conquer another so-called nation, they absorb their God and they extend the power of their God from the conquered God, right? So you understand exactly what these people believe,
pretty much,
and how it came to your God, which is so-called Jehovah, right? Or Yahweh. And not Jehovah now, Jehovah, right? There was no J in those times. The letter J did not exist in those times, right? So, again, but you got to know history. Because you know, on Facebook, I'm going back and forth with these so-called Christians. And I'm talking, I tell them, I say, you know, my favorite words, patches to say, man, people are destroyed for lack of knowledge because they've become too religious, too superstitious. So this one person was like, yeah, because they turned it back in God. I said, which God? Right? I said, which God? And what kind of knowledge? Right? What kind of knowledge? You know what I'm saying? Anyhow. Oh, Buster's here. Talk to you guys soon.